Now, more compelling talk radio 1320 WILS is live in Lansing with the Michigan Association of Broadcasters Excellence Award winner for Best Personality. This is the Capital City Recap with Michael Cohen.
Good evening. It is Friday. Michael Cohen, producer Mike Peterson. Boy, if you've ever tried to book a talk show, it's tough enough. But when it's Good Friday and Passover at the same time, pretty much the whole world is unavailable. But today we do have quite a show, some fantastic guests. We'll find out why Mayor Bernero here from Lansing, why he's going to be at Hash Bash tomorrow, what his plan is. We'll also talk about this. It was just a horrible beating this man took in a suburb of Detroit in Inkster. The video has been all over it's been on national news. We'll talk to the founder of the Detroit Coalition Against Police Brutality to find out what that story involves. And the man is not only beaten, but now apparently he may have had drugs planted on him afterwards. But first, we have new numbers now on jobs. Today, the Labor Department reporting an addition of 126,000 jobs, which is not good news, a real slowdown. They also have now revised numbers for January and February. Monthly averages are now under 200,000 for the first quarter. Clark Hodges, financial strategist at HodgesCapital.com, now joins us to talk about what this all means. Clark, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good. These numbers.
Good Friday.
It is a Good Friday. In fact, the markets are closed.
Yes.
Do you know what to do with yourself when the market's not running on a weekday?
You know what? It was a nice day off. It's always a Good Friday when you don't have to work on a Friday. But yeah, I was running around the house, getting stuff done at the house. It was a nice break.
Yeah, it's almost confusing in some ways because it's not Saturday and the market's not working. So, what does this mean? These new jobs numbers, what does it bode for the first of all, for what the Fed might do, but for what it says about our economy right now?
Well, I think the spin that you're going to hear mainly put on this number was that there's a lull right now. Gas prices have gone down. Most Americans are just about to finally recognize that they've got more money in their pocket. And most economists will say it's the second half of the year, maybe from midsummer on, they'll start to see the economy pick up, which would mean more job growth based on the savings everybody's realizing in gas price savings. So I don't know that I necessarily buy into that. But I think
what is your view?
Are we another month like that, it wouldn't be good.
Well, are we already slowing down? Is that what you think is happening?
No, I don't think it would happen that drastically that fast. I bet you that if once they revise the numbers, it'll go up just a tiny bit. The thing you're also going to hear that was good was a slight uptick in wages. So that's going to help. Some people will put a positive spin on that.
Like 0.3%, right? Is that right? Is that significant?
Very small.
Yeah.
No, not at all. but at the end of the day, you might even have a yawner here because we're not trading today. And Monday, something could come out over the weekend, or something could happen to where the market rallies. A company comes out with good news, or a company comes out and gets bought out, you could send the market up. So I don't put a whole lot of stake into what was had today. Now, if we have another month next month like this, drastically lower than the prediction, then we're starting a trend, hopefully.
And in terms of the trading you do, the investing you do these jobs numbers affect you?
Not one iota. Do they affect us?
Okay, no matter what the job numbers are, you're not judging okay.
No, everybody looks at the economy as a whole, and we definitely don't do that. We look at different industries, how they're doing. Some industries on the large cap side are doing horrible. Some industries, the same industry on the small cap side, could be doing wonderful. Biotech's an example of that. You obviously have energy energy sector stuff doing bad. So there's always good and bad in the economy. And what we try to do at Hodges Capital is find opportunity in the areas. And you've definitely seen a shift from consumer cyclical to consumer cyclical type stuff. And transports are attractive because, like a trucking company, they're not going to pay as much for fuel. And after having that drop in price for a couple quarters, they're actually going to start realizing a lot more money to the bottom line. It just wasn't a tick down temporarily. It's been this way for 6 or 9 months. So
it's going to
those
interpret
are the kind of investments we look for.
Higher stock prices. And the Fed itself, then the fact that we're seeing these declining, growth in jobs, but the unemployment at 5.5. Could this change the plan to increase interest rates this year?
I don't think 1 month will, but I think the trend would, yes. And I think they're saying the same thing to themselves. We're looking at, this 1 month. We hope this isn't a pattern, but if it becomes a pattern, we'll have to adjust probably. Yeah. And inflation and interest rates rising would not be a bad thing for stocks. So I'm okay with that if that happened as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, you said the sector, some are good, some are bad. Do you think our economy is in a healthy state right now?
I'd say it's in a slow growth state the way it's been the last few quarters, and I'd say the way I'd answer it is some are doing wonderful, biotech, and some are not doing wonderful, energy. And all that ebb and flow is going to continue, and you can ride the waves for a while of the strong sectors, but they will eventually change. And what we try to do is find, the areas that hadn't started growing yet or turning around yet and get into those before they do.
Yeah, before the train leaves the station. Clark Hodges, it's HodgesCapital.com. Clark, great to have you here. Thanks.
Thanks for having me on. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter.
You also